Hi everyone. Today's training, we are going to be teaching on some Zoom basics. So of course, Zoom is the platform that we use to have video conference meetings. And I'm really excited about today's training because we're going to be showing just some basic tips on number one, how to download the Zoom app, how to then open the Zoom app, how to get into a meeting. And then once you get into the meeting, some best practices on like getting up closed captions so that if there's a language barrier, you will have some help with some text and things like that. So we're looking at all of those things today, and it's going to be a really good meeting. So I am actually, if you can see me on the screen, I'm going to be mirroring my phone. So everything that I do on my phone, you guys will be seeing on the screen. Can you guys see my screen okay? Everything's good? Thank you. And so I'll be showing everything from the phone today on how to access Zoom, but it's very much similar if you're on a laptop or a computer. You would just download the app and do the same thing. It'd be a little bit different, but I think most people that are watching this video are probably going to be accessing it through their phone. And so that'll be our primary way of demonstrating today. So with that, we'll start with how do you even get into Zoom, right? So this is our meeting ID for all of our meetings that we do every Thursday. It's always going to be the same meeting ID, and it's going to be 839-4434-9859. I will put that up here really quick just so everybody can see it. Let me just share that. So this is going to be our meeting ID. Anytime we do a meeting online on our Thursday meetings, it's always going to be the same exact meeting ID. So I just wanted to share that to get this into the recorded video because this will always be our meeting ID on every Thursday at 6 p.m. For the duration of our time here. Okay, so there's the meeting ID. Feel free to write that down. I will also just go ahead and throw this in the chat for you guys. There it is. There's our meeting ID. And now I'm going to go back and I'm going to share my phone and we'll go ahead and get going. By the way, welcome everyone. I see a lot of people here that were in our class on Tuesday. Welcome back, you all. I'm glad to have you here. And we're going to be teaching the same thing today. So just again, it's going to be a repeat class, but always good to get a little extra in and learn some more and hopefully pick up some additional tips and tricks. So go ahead and I'm going to just share my phone again. There it is. All right. Just bring this over here. Okay, so the first thing that I want to talk about is how do you actually find it on your phone? So the first thing to do if you want to join a Zoom meeting is you need to go download the actual Zoom app from your phone. So if you're on Android device, you would go to the Google Play Store and you would just search for Zoom, Zoom. If you're on an iPhone, I'm going to show you how to do it. So from your iPhone, you just swipe down from the middle. So from here on your home screen, you just swipe down from the middle, and it's going to bring up a couple different things. It's going to ask you, like, what do you want to do? And right there in the middle, you see where I have that blinking cursor in the search bar? Right there, you can just type in app, APP. And notice that it brings up everything that applies, and you see a couple hits at the top. A hit means that app is in the name of those particular pieces of software in those apps. So we want to go to the App Store. The App Store on Apple is where you're going to find all new software and new apps so that you can download those apps. Same thing that you use, right? If you use a banking app like a BECU or a Chase or a Bank of America, or if you use an app to, do Gmail, you may use an app to, travel and use maps and things like that. Email. There's so many different ways of using apps. So we want the app though for Zoom because that is going to be the mechanism that we use here at Mission Africa for our meetings. And so let's just click on App Store right there, and it's going to go here. And then once you're in the App Store, at the bottom right, you will see that we have a just like a little thing here, this little search button here. So we want to hit that, and we want to click on that to go search. Okay. One second. Okay. And so now we're here in the search area. And then I just want to go to the top right here and go to the top right up here. And I'm going to click in there and I'm going to just type in Zoom. Okay. So I clicked Zoom and I'm going to hit the search button down here. And it brings me here where I can see that there's the Zoom app right there at the top. It says Zoom One Platform, and I'm just going to click on the open button right next to it. So for me, I already have the application installed on my phone. So it says open right here. If you did not have Zoom on your phone already, it would say install. So for instance, if I scroll down, or it might say get, right? So if I wanted to get another app like if I wanted XOOM money transfer, notice that it says get. That means that this particular application is not already on my phone. So I would need to get it and I would have to actually download it from the Apple App Store. So as we go back up again, notice here, I already have Zoom. So I'm just going to hit open. But if you did not have it, you would just download it. So I'm just going to go ahead and click that. I'm going to hit open and it goes here. So this is what it looks like when you open it up. So notice that it also just loaded in the meeting that we're in right now. There's a couple different options here at the top. You can see up here at the top that, one second, let me just bring that over. So you can see up here at the top um, that we have meetings. So you could create a meeting at the top if you hit that new meeting button. Join, you would click that if you wanted to join a meeting. Again, using that meeting ID that I provided earlier in the meeting, you would just hit join and put in the actual meeting ID, and I'll demonstrate that shortly. You can schedule meetings from the app, so you could create your own meetings if you wanted to. You could totally do that. So you can create your own meetings right here through the scheduler. And then, hi, Elizabeth. And then you can also share your screen. So if you were going to be sharing your screen during a presentation, this is where you would click and do that. Okay. So these are all of the main options that you have. So I'm going to go ahead and click on join. Again, just to highlight and show you where the join is. Let me just grab that. So I'm going to just click the join button right here. And then it asks for the meeting ID, right? So the meeting ID is the one that I showed you guys earlier. I'm going to go ahead and type it in, 839-4434-9859. Notice that once I put it in, this join button here turns blue. And then this is my name. So you can change your name every time if you want. That's completely fine. Sometimes people don't want to put their full name. You can just come here and you can backspace. And maybe I just want to be Eric 2 today. That's completely fine. And then at the bottom, you have some options. It says don't connect to audio. You don't want that. Normally, if you're going to be participating in the meeting and you want to listen and you want to talk and interact, which hopefully you guys do, you do, of course, want to keep your audio connected. And then there's a button there for turn off my video. So these two buttons at the bottom are what we call toggle buttons. So a toggle button means that if you touch it, it turns it off. So I just turned off do not connect to audio. If I click it again, it toggles to green, which means it's active. So right now, if I logged in, I would be logging in to the meeting at the top, that meeting number 839. My name would be Eric2, so that would be the name that everyone else would see when I join the meeting. They're going to see Eric2 has joined the meeting. And then right now, with my current settings, I have it as do not connect to audio and turn off my video. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and turn off both of those. So I'm just going to click both of those right now. And I'm going to go ahead and join. No, I'm actually joining the meeting that we're doing right now. So I'm going to hit join. Okay, this is a very, very important piece of information here. It says right here, to hear others, please join audio. So what does that mean? So if you hit no audio right here, if you hit no audio, you're not going to hear anybody. So that's very important that you pay attention to this. So you don't want to hit that. If you want to be able to hear others, you want to click on Wi-Fi. So why would you click Wi-Fi if you're in your car? So Wi-Fi means that you just want to use data. So that doesn't necessarily mean that you're at a place where you want to use data, or like a Wi-Fi in an office, for instance. That just means that you want to connect using your phone's data to be able to hear other people. Okay, so that is going to be the primary option you normally want to choose here, so that you can hear other people. And then we have dial in right here, which of course would mean that you're going to be actually dialing in using your phone. You won't be connecting through the internet, but you'll connect through a phone line. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to select Wi-Fi. Okay. And it says reclaim host. I'm going to say stay participant. And then it says that your speaking language is set to English. I'm going to go ahead and hit save. For any meeting that we do, it's always going to be English. So I'm going to hit save. And then it says this meeting is being recorded. So it's just letting me know that I'm participating in a meeting that is being recorded. So therefore I am being recorded. So I'm going to go ahead and hit got it. Okay. So now we're in, and you guys can see a little bit of what you see at the bottom. Can you guys still hear me okay? I got one person in the
Yes,
waiting room.
yes,
Okay,
we
great.
can hear you.
Great. Okay, so here at the bottom, I just want to demonstrate some things that are going on. So up at the top right, notice that if I don't touch my screen for a little bit, everything kind of goes away. But if I touch my screen, and I apologize for the blurriness, that's because I'm using my, I'm in twice. I'm talking to you guys on Zoom, and I also logged in on my phone. So I apologize about the blurriness there in the middle. But however, when you click your phone right in the middle, just like right there in the middle, okay, I'll show you guys. So when your phone is not displaying anything and you click right in the middle, it brings up some options down here at the bottom. Some of those options are mute or unmute. So again, when you click and you just simply select unmute at the bottom, notice that the red slash goes away. If I click it again, then the red slash now is over it, which is now muting this phone. So if I talk, if I was only on this phone on Zoom right now, you guys would not be able to hear me. So anytime you see the red slash, that means it's deactivated, and everything at the bottom here is all what we call toggle menus. So you click it once, it activates it. You click it again, it deactivates it. So again, I just want to show you also the video. So my video on my phone right now is off. If I click again in the middle, brings up those options at the bottom. I'm going to hit video, and now it turns on my video. And I'm going to click it again, and I'm going to turn off my video. Okay. The next thing I want to show you guys is participants. So when I click again here in the middle and we click on participants, I can go here and I can see who is in the meeting, right? So remember I called myself Eric 2. So Eric 2 is this particular phone. Eric Hunter host is me on my laptop. And then we have Alice and Debris and Dorcas, and you guys can see everyone. Um, one thing I also want to point out here is that over here is showing who has their microphone muted. Red is muted, and a red camera means that your camera's off. Notice that mine is green and it's activated, which means that I'm talking right now. So can someone else do me a favor? Can someone else unmute and turn on your camera and talk for just a second? I see Margaret is unmuted. There we
Hello,
go.
everyone.
So Margaret is
Hello.
unmuted, and
Hello.
see, there we go. So notice that On my phone, as people are unmuting and turning on your cameras, I can see who's participating
Hello.
at one level. Thank you guys, appreciate it. And so one thing you can also do from participants, let's say you're on a meeting and you want to share it with someone. Someone else wants to join the meeting, and you're like, oh, how do I get them into the meeting? The easiest way to do it is to come back to participants. So I'm going to start over again.
Participant. Okay.
So again, I just clicked on my phone and then I click participants. And
Participant.
then right here at the bottom, let me
Okay.
get the little pointer again.
Right.
So the little pointer right here at the bottom, you see where it says invite? That is your friend. Because from there, you can send this directly by text message or email to someone while you're in the meeting. So I'll demonstrate. So I'm going to go ahead and click invite, and it says send email, send message, invite a contact, or copy invite link. So you have a couple options. The one you're most likely going to use is send message.
Send message.
Um, and send
Okay.
message is going to send a text message to someone. So send message is going to pull up your text message, and I'm just going to send it to my wife because she knows I'm in training right now, so she will not join. So I just put in her name and then I hit send, and it sent her that message immediately. Okay. I'm going to do it again. So I'm going to click
Oh,
away.
perfect.
I'm going to click on participants again. I'm going to do invite. And this time I'm going to copy invite link. So I'm going to use the option at the bottom. Copy invite link. When you click it, you're not going to see anything happen. I'm going to click it now. Didn't look like anything happened, did it? But if I go back now, let's say you wanted to send this in WhatsApp. I'm just going to show you what would happen. So I can come here on my phone. I find WhatsApp. I click on WhatsApp. I haven't been in here in a while. And now, right here at the bottom of the screen, you just click in that little open area to make a new message, just like texting, of course. So I just click in there. And then I would click in there one more time. But this time I'm going to click and hold in that area. So you see the blinking cursor right there as if I'm going to start chatting. So I can say, here is the meeting link. I'm going to tell everybody this is a test, no need to join. And then if I just click in there one more time using my finger and I click and hold, let's see here. Yep. So you see where paste showed up. So I had to hold in there a little bit, and then it brings up paste, select all autofill. When I click on paste, because remember, I copied the invite link earlier, if I hit paste, there goes the link. So when you hit copy invite link in Zoom, it's copying it to what we call the clipboard. Okay. So it's on your clipboard, and when you hit paste into an email, into a text, into WhatsApp, wherever you paste it at, you just paste it and then you hit send, and there it goes. So now everyone in that chat is going to get the link to this meeting. Hopefully they don't join unless they want to. Okay. Any questions on that? I'll pause there for a second. Okay. Sounds good. And so again, just to go backwards here. So I touch on my screen and I showed you guys participants, and I just showed you how to invite. And again, we can see everybody that's in the meeting. Oh, Erica, my wife joined. Her audio's off, but her camera's off too. Okay. So click again, and let's just go down the menu again. So now we have chat. So I clicked on the chat button at the bottom, and notice it says send to everyone. Hello, I got your message to join. So Erica just chatted me, and she chatted everyone. So notice right here, let me just get my marker out. Notice it says that she sent it to everyone. Erica Hunter to everyone. So everyone should be able to see that chat message. Can you guys go to your chat and send me a message? Send a message to everyone. Send a message to everyone. Hi, everyone. Can you guys go to your chat and go ahead and send me a message? Yeah, send it to everyone. Messages are starting to show up. Hmm. Very nice. So that's how you would send a message to everyone. So it's important to realize that there's a difference. At the bottom, you see where it says send to everyone. You can change that to a particular. Oh, yes, you can also do that. If you like someone's message, right under it, you see where there's the smiley face. It's kind of a gray one. You can click on that, and then like laugh. You can click on it, and you can do a okay. If someone has something that you kind of want to say the same thing. So, for instance, under uh, Alice's, Alice said, "God bless you," and there's a smiley face. Can everyone click on the smiley face under God bless? And I want you to see what happens. Everyone in the chat, go ahead and just click on that smiley face under God bless. Hola. So what we should see happen as everyone clicks on, again, let me just show you guys where I want you to click. Can everyone click on this right here? Oh, the little smiley face that says God bless right under it. Can you guys click on that, please? Can everyone click on this? The smiley face right under Alice's God bless. Okay. Because as people click on that, it will increase the number. So, yep. So you see that number change there. Okay. Also in chat, again, using this function down here, I'm just going to send a message directly to Erica. So I'm going to click on everyone, and then I'm just going to find Erica. I clicked her name, and now I'm going to say hi. Hi to Erica. So I just sent that to Erica. So notice right here, it says me to Erica, direct message. So everyone did not see that message. So that's how you can private chat someone while you're in a meeting. It's a lot of fun, actually. So let's say you're in a meeting with coworkers and someone's talking and you need to have what we would call a sidebar conversation. You can have a sidebar by sending them a direct message. But then if you want to go back and send everyone a message, again, click on Erica and go to everyone and then say, hey everyone, hope you are learning something new. And now that goes to everyone. So for those of you who are keeping up, why don't y'all all send me a message, a direct message at Eric2. Please send me a direct message to Eric2. And your message should show up here. Yep, at Eric2. I'm waiting on some direct messages. Okay, I got one. There we go. Got a direct message that said, "Hi, teacher." You guys can see it right there. So that's a private message to me. Fantastic. So this is a really good way if you're working with someone and they're the speaker even, and you don't want to distract from everyone else, but you can send a quick message to the speaker while they're speaking. Gladys sent me a direct message. Thank you very much. Who else? Who else? Send me some direct messages, everyone. So Gladys and I are now having a separate little message, and I'm going to write, uh, yep, thanks for your message. And then who else just wrote me? Alice. I'm going to write you back directly. So you can have multiple conversations going on. Just make sure that you look right here before you send any message. Because what you don't want to do is think that you're having a private conversation, a direct message with one person, and it's going to everyone. So just beware of that. You can change that here. Yeah, Margaret just sent me a private message. Thank you. Priska just sent me a message. Thank you so much. I'm going to reply to you guys. So as long as you see that red that says direct message, you're in good shape. I got to reply to everyone now. Margaret sent me a message. Thanks. If you guys haven't already, definitely explore using this. This little smiley face opens up what we call emojis. It's a way to like, so that's how they sent this hand here. So if you click that little emoji, a bunch of different things come up. And it's a fun little way to send things in your meeting. So I just sent like a little heart. Sorry, sent that. I should have sent that to everybody. See, I didn't follow my own rules. Cool. So those are a lot of fun. Depending on your setting, just be careful of using the emojis. They can come across a little unprofessional if you're on a professional work call. But in our setting, I like them. Use them, please. Okay, so that is chats. Okay, I think we pretty much got everything we need there. Sorry, I needed to cough there. Okay, so next thing I want to show you is reactions. So right at the bottom, so now again, I just clicked on my screen and y'all feel free to do this with me. I clicked on my screen, but now you got to move over a little bit. So right to the right of chat, you see it says reactions. So click on reactions. And oh, we have a couple different things here. This is one of my favorite things that you can do in Zoom is you can raise your hand. So as the speaker is speaking, and if you have a question about something or you need them to repeat something, you can just raise your hand. And then it notifies the speaker that you have a question. So as they're speaking, it just shows like a little hand up, and then the speaker knows to stop and recognize and say, oh, do you have a question? Can you guys go ahead and raise your hand? I'd love everyone to raise your hand real quick. So again, you just click on your screen, go over to where it says reactions and just raise your hand. All right. Elizabeth got her hand raised. Gladys, Priska, Margaret, everyone's got their up. Debbie, Debris. Fantastic. Yeah, raise your hands. Excellent. And then one of the fun things, so let's say they recognize you and they say, hey, Margaret, what's your question? Go ahead. So then you would, of course, click on your phone. You'd probably unmute, say your question. And then when you're done, you want to go back to reactions and then lower your hand, which means that you've got your question answered. Everyone go ahead and lower your hand, please. Still got a few hands up. Go ahead and lower your hand. So you go to the same place, just go over here to reactions, and you can raise or lower your hand right there. Perfect. You can also do reaction. So if someone says something that you like, you can come here to reaction, do a hand clap. Give me some hand claps, some thumbs ups, some highs. Why don't y'all go in there, go to reactions, and give me some reactions. Just whatever you want. Just pick one. A thanks. You can put the thankful hands. I got some claps from Margaret and Elizabeth, Alice. A couple hands are still up. Nice, very nice. So for those of you who still have your hand up, go to reactions again, and right here at the top, I'll show you what it looks like. Reactions. So right now, if your hand is still up under reactions, click this to lower your hand. So again, that hand raising button is a toggle button. So I see a couple people still have their hand raised. Can you guys go into reactions and go ahead and lower your hand? So I just clicked lower my hand, so then my hand went down. Fantastic. Very nice. Okay. All right. So the next thing is, and we're not going to do this. You guys probably don't have this, but at the bottom, because I'm a host, I can share my screen at the bottom. You see the little share button. You guys probably don't have that, so don't worry about that. But captions, this is an important one, especially for those of you who your first language may not be um, English. So let me see if I have some questions. Debbie, I see your hand is up. Do you have a question or were you just testing it?
Just I testing. I don't have question.
Okay, sounds good. Just check. All right. And so I'm going to just show you guys closed captions here. So at the bottom, again, to the right of reactions, you have captions. So go ahead and click on that, and you're going to see a couple options there. You see captions, and if it's like this, again, if it's like this, it's deactivated. If you don't see that green or blue color, it means it's deactivated. So if I click it one time, see it turns green. So now I'm going to have captions. Did you see how the captions started showing up on my screen? So if I click it again, the captions go away. Exactly. Erica called it. It's a toggle button. So it only has two functions. It's either on or it's off, just like a light switch at home, right? So right now the light switch for captions is off. If I click it, you get the green, and all of a sudden you start getting translation on your screen. Now, of course, mine is set to English. I'm going to turn mine off for a second. It says my speaking language is English. I'm going to change my translation language. Let me just highlight that for you guys real quick. Right here, your translation language. This is going to be the language that is going to show on your screen if you want it translated, let's say for Spanish. So I'm going to click on my translation language, and then let's go down and let's find Spanish. I'm going to just click on Spanish and then make sure you hit save. So if you guys are doing this with me, find the language you would like translated to and then hit save. Make sure that the speaking language is English and make sure your captions are toggled on. So these are the settings that you want right here. So you want toggled on, speaking language English, and then you choose the language you want translated to. And if you want, you could even toggle this on. It'll show the original language and the translated language. I think that might be a little bit much on your phone though. So I'm going to click out of it now. And as you see on my phone down here, now I have Spanish captions as I'm speaking. That's translating live what I'm saying in English to Spanish. How's that working for everyone?
I have questions, teacher.
Yes, go ahead.
So the caption is of someone is which languages speak or which languages one speak we know or what
So
is the
the
benefit?
So the closed captions would be used if you're on a meeting and let's say English isn't your first language, and the closed captions are just going to help you to understand what the speaker is saying. And so you normally if the speaker is speaking in English, that first line where it says my speaking language, um, it's really not asking your speaking language. It's asking what is the language of the speaker. So the person that's speaking, what are they speaking in? And then the translation language is going to be the language that you want to see the text in. Does that answer your question?
So the caption is of on is English and Spanish or another languages translate.
If I was speaking Spanish, then the speaking language would be Spanish, and then you could translate it. The translation language would then maybe be English. So if I was on a meeting and the speaker was Spanish and they were in Mexico speaking Spanish, I would put the speaking language as Spanish, and then the translation language would be English. So you just have to tell it what is the speaker speaking, what language are they speaking, and then on the backside, what language do you want it translated to? So you could even do from French to Spanish, you could do from Ukrainian to Spanish. It can go all kinds of different ways.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You will still, yes, and Erica pointed out, you're still going to hear the natural language of the person speaking. This really just has to do with the closed captions text that's going to be added on top of your screen. Okay, and then we have whiteboard. I'm not going to really get into that right now. That's more for presenters. And then let's see if there's anything else. Okay, let's go over to more. So again, all the way over to the far right, let's click on more. And let's go to meeting settings. And you should have some options that look like this. Yours may look a little bit different because I'm the host, so I have a few extra options, but you should have some options there too. I'm going to hit done. Let's go back to more and go to background and effects. Here you have little silly options to do weird things. Things like blur your background, make yourself an avatar. So as you can see, like mine is like a cat or something. I don't know what's going on right now. But if you want to apply that, you could completely do that. And so that's just another area where you can kind of play around and do different things. All right. Well, I have about 10 more minutes left. Are there any questions on Zoom? This was a really good introduction. My goal is that when you guys all join us, you guys can use all the options available. You know how to mute yourself, you know how to turn on your video, you know how to use both of your cameras. Matter of fact, that's one thing I did not show. I want to show you how to, well, first of all, let me turn off my Spanish translation. Turn that off just to save a little screen room. So again, when I turn my camera on, it's always going to be on my front facing camera. Okay. If you want to use your other camera at the top, notice when I click, there's another camera up top. Let me get my little highlighter here so I can show you. So you see this camera up top? If your camera's on, that option should also be there. If you click that, it'll toggle to use your back camera. So naturally, it's going to always default to using the camera on the front of your phone. If you want to use the other camera, just click, and again, while your video's on, you can switch to use your back camera. Go ahead and practice that. Why don't y'all turn on your cameras and move it from your front camera to your back camera? So I
Mobile.
should, did someone have a question? I think Elizabeth did it. I think I saw her change hers from her front and back camera. So yes, so for Elizabeth, I can see that there's like a plant right behind her. So her back camera is pointing towards that plant, and if she clicks that button again, it'll switch back to her front facing camera. So you guys go ahead and try that out. Go ahead and turn on your cameras. So again, down at the bottom, you would just hit stop video or start video rather, so that your camera activates. I'm gonna I'm gonna ask all of you to start your videos. Go ahead and accept, please. So I should see some cameras coming on. So what I would like y'all to do, so let's say you were doing a meeting and now you want to show somebody something that's in your room. So again, you would click on your phone there, and then there's a camera at the top. This one right here. Click on that and then show me what's behind you because it's going to flip to be your back camera. So it's going to use the other camera on your phone. And again, that is a toggle button. So as you click that, it'll flip between showing what's behind you and showing your face. How's that working for everyone? Oh, there we go. Yep. Alice got it. Margaret got it. Elizabeth got it. I'm just looking to see who else I can see here. Um, I might be saying this name wrong. Dorcas got it. I can see Dorcas's laptop. Muzgan looks like it's working on it. Yeah, good job. Gladys, were you able to get it done? Were you able to flip your camera to use your back camera? Yeah, perfect. Excellent. Yep, yep. Muzgan, I can see that there's like a blanket that your camera's pointing towards. So now I want everybody to flip it back to your camera that shows your face. So again, if you hit that same button, it'll flip back to your face. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, very cool. Isn't that cool? Like that you can show your face and then you don't have to try to like show people using the front camera. You can just switch cameras. So that's one of the advantages of being on your device in your phone is that you can use both cameras depending on what you want people to see. Excellent. Okay. Last thing I'm going to show you guys is how you can be in driving mode. So there's a couple different modes. Right now, let me just move something real quick. Sorry. Okay, there we go. Sorry. Okay, so right now we are in the basic mode. You're on the screen where you might see one or two people. Notice at the bottom of your screen, you might see three dots. Let me just highlight it for you. So down here, you're going to see three dots. On your phone, if you're on your phone right now, I want you to swipe right, and it should now look like this. And notice that the button all the way to the left is now highlighted. So it shows that there's three buttons. This is safe driving mode. So this means that you're driving, you don't need to be on video. I don't want you driving with your video on or anything like that. So this is a way to be on Zoom safely because it's not going to show you any videos. You're only going to be in listening mode. And as you can see right there in the middle, there's a big button that you would tap to speak. It's going to highlight when you tap it, watch. And then you would speak. And then when you're done speaking, tap it again. And now you're on mute. Okay. So really easy way to participate in a meeting while you're driving. Because I know sometimes we're driving or commuting or whatever we have going on, and it's an easy way to be able to still participate in that meeting without, you know, trying to do too much. Okay, so as I'm in this mode, if I want to go back to the regular mode, I would just take my finger and I would swipe left, and it's going to take me back to that main mode. Now you would see the three circles at the bottom, but the one in the middle is going to be highlighted. And then finally, if you swipe right one more time, you should now be in multi-view where you see everyone's camera. Well, at least 8 people. I think if there's more than 8, you won't be able to see everyone, but you'll at least see 8 people's cameras. So if a couple of y'all can turn your cameras on, let's see who you see. Yep. So notice that we've got a couple cameras on. And so again, we're in full grid mode where you can see at least 8 people's videos. So if you're at a conference or if you're hanging out with family, you want to see everybody's camera, this is the mode you would want to be in so that you can see more people. So again, just to review, if you swipe all the way to the right, it's going to be in safe drive mode. If you swipe back to the middle, you're going to see one person. And if you swipe all the way to the left, now you should see more than one. You should see 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 8 people. How's that working for everybody? Is everybody able to get between the 3 different modes? Yes? Thumbs ups? If you can switch between
Yes.
3 modes, give me a reaction with a thumbs up. You can use the reactions. There you go. Look at Margaret. She's on it. Gladys gave me a thumbs up. This is fun. I don't know if y'all are having fun. I'm having fun. All right. Yeah. Perfect. Everybody gave me
Okay.
some reactions. We got videos turning on. We got videos turning off. We got captions going on in different languages. This is all good stuff. I'm gonna go ahead. Does anybody have any questions
Yeah, how to
about
get
anything?
the safe drive? In the phone is easy. For the laptop, I don't know, it's difficult how to get.
So there's not necessarily a safe driving mode on the laptop.
Oh, it's
Yes.
necessary.
Yeah, that's only a mode that's available on a mobile device.
Oh, okay, okay. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. Any other questions about accessing Zoom via the phone? Okay. I'm going to ask y'all a couple questions now. We'll do a little review here, and then we'll wrap up for the evening. Let's see. So if you want to, I'm going to actually stop this meeting, and I'm going to, just one second, and I want to stop sharing, and I want y'all to just see me for a second. Okay, there we go. Sorry, everyone. So if you want to join a meeting, what's 2 ways to join a Zoom meeting? Anybody got the answer for that? 2 ways to join a Zoom meeting. We talked about one of them today. How would you join a Zoom meeting? What information do you need to join a Zoom meeting?
Click on the link,
Yep.
Zoom link.
Meeting
And
Put ID.
yes, yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Mm.
and
yes.
the passcode.
Yes. So you need the meeting link or you need the meeting ID. If you have one of those, you're in good shape. You're going to be able to get in. If you don't have one of those, you're not going to be able to find the meeting. So either the link, which most of
Or
you have,
invitation.
or you need the meeting ID or an invitation. Yes, someone could email you the meeting link or they could send you the meeting ID. Perfect. Okay. What are the 3 modes that you can be in on your mobile device? And I didn't give you a name for all of them, but what's the first one? It's called safe what mode?
Safe driving.
Safe driving mode. What's the second one in the middle? Or what does it do?
One person.
You kind of see one person, you normally see the speaker. And then the third one is what? What's the third one? The third one is called
For
like
everybody.
is where it's called gallery mode, so you can see everyone.
Gallery.
Yes, 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 yes. Perfect, 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 perfect. When you see a button in Zoom and it only has two functions, it's on or off. What do we call that? The button will turn something on. Let's say, for instance, your video. If you click the video button, it turns your video off. If you click it again, it turns it back on. What do we call that? Erica,
Mute,
what was that?
mute, and unmute.
Right. So that's one of the functions, but there's a name for a button that goes on and off. It's
Toggle.
like a switch, a toggle. Toggle. Yes.
Toggle.
Yes, it's a toggle button. Fantastic. Yes, toggle button. And we have a lot of toggle buttons in Zoom. The mute button is a toggle button. The video button is a toggle button. The chat button is a toggle button. The reactions is really a toggle button, right? So if you can do hand clap, the raise hand, lower hand, that is a toggle button. Because you click it, it activates it. You click it again, it deactivates it. Fantastic, fantastic. Let's see. I'm just trying to think what else we covered. Oh, okay. How would you, if you're in a meeting, how would you invite another person to that meeting?
Send them a text or email.
And where do you find that at? Anybody remember where you
Go to
find that at?
participant
Go
Go
to
to where?
participate
Go
and
to
Participant.
participants.
and
Yes.
click to invite.
Perfect. I'm going to demonstrate really quick. Yes. So from here, you would go to participants. It's going to bring this up.
Participants, yeah.
Then
Yep, you're going to bring this up, and then right down here, you have an invite option.
invite.
And you can email them, or you can just copy the invitation, and then you can paste it into a text message. You can paste it into an email. You can paste it into WhatsApp. You can paste it pretty much anywhere you want from there if you just copy the invitation or the link. Yep, perfect. Very good. Boom. Let's see. If you want to get the speaker's attention because you have a question, what button would you use? And where do you find it?
Go to CC and raise up your hand.
Go to where? And raise your hand?
Reaction.
Reaction.
Reactions. Yes, 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 yes.
Reactions.
You guys got it. Y'all rock stars. Y'all got it today. All right now. So now that we've all learned Zoom, I expect y'all to be subject matter experts from now on. Y'all have received the training. Y'all are experts. Next class, we'll continue with our curriculum. Thank you, Ellie, for recommending that we take the time to teach this class. I think this was a very good class and very good decision to teach this and get everybody, at least at a basic level, able to feel comfortable and able to access Zoom. Elizabeth.